Radio Raheem with the voice of boxing, Micheal Buffer. You know, I'm a little offended, bro, because you walked up and usually you give me a lot of guff about being dressed down. Today I knew you would be here. I put on all three pieces. I tied the knot the way you instructed. You didn't say a word.
You get a chance. You know, it was like, you know, but I'll say it right now on mic. This guy looks great, doesn't he?
To the business at hand.
Yeah.
Triple G, Canelo 2. It's a highly anticipated fight just to be made again, much less for people to actually sit ringside and watch it. First, let's talk about your impressions of the first fight. You've seen so many middleweight wars. Where does this rank?
You know, let's just get right to the rematch. Where it ranks, you know, like I just said in another interview, I would have to sit down at a computer and go over hundreds and hundreds of fights. Going into this, you know, each fighter is saying he doesn't want the judges to decide. And that sounds very exciting. But, you know, that doesn't just mean a knockout. They may mean they both have taken great shots, so they've proven they have a chin. And so we might not get a knockout. But one of them has to step up and make a definitive scorecard stand out, all three scorecards, that they won the fight. I mean, that's what we have to see, is somebody's going to have to just step out of whatever they did last time and be more definitive and really, you know, put the pedal to the metal. You
know, the debate rages about the card in the first fight, and regardless of what side you come down on, the debate tends to boil down to, what do you score? Effective punching or aggressiveness and a preponderance of punches? When you're filling out your card, what carries the most weight for you?
I'd rather not comment on that right now. Will I retire and I'll write the autobiography and, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. When it comes to the rematch of two guys who have seen each other before, it was a great fight. You know, again, people come down on either side depending on how they score. Do you expect a 13th round or a first round of an entirely different fight?
I don't know. You know, they say one thing, each fighter, and they plan and they train for one thing. And then when it starts, it all falls into place as to how they feel, how the body shots feel, how things are working for them offensively, if they see openings, if they think they're moving properly. And no matter what their corner tells them, no matter what they plan for, it all plays out the way it's going to happen. I mean, it sounds simplistic, but it just, you know, there's always some guy yelling, jab, jab, be first, but none of that makes any difference. They're just going to have to fight.
And lastly, if you're going to give each guy advice, if you were in the corner just before the first round, what would you tell each guy to do differently?
Jab, jab. Oh, no, that was the last guy. You know, I may tell, if I'm telling Canelo, and I think he's going to train this way, not to be so defensive moving backwards. I would tell Gennady not to be so aggressive moving forward, and if he's against an opponent that wants to like bring him in for counterpunching, just stand in the middle of the ring, go.
And lastly, you're one of the only guys other than the ref, I guess the only guy other than the ref, that gets to stand right between the fighters before that first bell rings and feel that energy. Talk to me about what the energy was like the first time, and do you think it'll be more intense this time, or will they be more relaxed because they've done this once already before?
More intense. I honestly feel it'll be more intense for the fans and for the fighters.
Radio Raheem with none other than the voice of boxing, the best dressed man in the sport, Micheal Buffer.